Hey, welcome to Monday Morning Marriage Minute. Hanging out on the front porch this morning. It's absolutely a beautiful day. A little bit of rain, but I'm not complaining. And there goes a car on cue. So, first, remember to keep your questions coming to 1minutemarriage@gmail.com. Trying to answer all the questions as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes a couple days, so be patient. All right, I want to take just a minute this morning and talk about communication. Now, I think sometimes communication is overblown. And in fact, we sometimes don't see the reality or the truth behind what makes good communication. So tell you about a project some researchers worked on. They gathered about 100 men and 100 women, and they put them in a room, 3 and 4 at a time. And while they were in that room, they secretly videotaped them and listened to their conversations, because the point was is that the people were put in the room in 3s and 4s thinking they were getting ready for this test or this research project, when in reality the real test or research project was them sitting in the room, because they would videotape and they'd see how long it took before they would start to talk and share things of intimate details. The interesting findings were this: women said a whole lot more than men. When you put women 3 or 4 in a room, they would talk. They would continue to talk, and they'd share a lot, but they wouldn't share a lot of intimate details or really get personal with conversation, even if they would take 10, 20, 30 minutes talking. What was interesting about the men is when you put them in this room, though they might not say much, when they did talk, they typically tended to share things that were much more of depth and much more insightful to their lives or their marriages. See, I think a lot of times, ladies, you think because your man doesn't talk a lot that he doesn't want to share, intimate or powerful details behind what's going on in his life. And men, I think a lot of times we sell women short, because a lot of times it feels like all they want to do is talk, and they don't want to say anything relevant or important. It's kind of like get to the point. But understanding that, we all have our own fuse when it comes to communication. Men, you have a very short fuse, say a few words, boom, and it has intense meaning. Women, you have a long fuse to get to that intense meaning, and we need to understand, both sides of this. Communication really comes down to understanding the other person's style. So I'll end with this thought. When it comes to communication, everyone wants those moments, whether you're a man or a woman, where you really connect with communication. So I don't know if you've ever been out and you've been looking at the stars and you see shooting stars. It's pretty amazing. Thinking back to years ago on a camping trip with a bunch of teenagers. We were up late at night staring at the sky, and all of a sudden we saw this meteor shower, these incredible, beautiful shooting stars go across the sky. Something I'll always remember. It was just fantastic. But here's the deal. We can't go, wow, that was amazing. Hey, tomorrow night at 1:04, a.m. in the morning, let's go out and watch more meteor showers. The truth is, you don't get to schedule shooting star moments. They just happen after minutes and minutes and hours of staring at a black sky. Yes, the stars are beautiful, but you have to stare for a long time in order to see those shooting star moments. That's very much like communication. Men and women, you want to have those moments where you deeply connect on communication, where she finally understands your needs when it comes to your sexual desires or your need for respect or affirmation. And ladies, he finally understands when you share about how you feel the need that he's not listening, when you share about your problems with your sister or your girlfriend or your mother-in-law or whatever it is. The truth is that to have those shooting star moments, it just takes a lot of time. You got to talk about a lot of nothing. Men, that a lot of times means you got to listen to a lot of nothing. Ladies, you guys sometimes have to talk about a lot of nothing. And or just spend time with a husband who doesn't say much, but when he does say something, realize it's probably of more depth than you give it credit for. So take the time, hang out, share, talk, be in each other's space, be in each other's, space with one another. Because just being in someone else's space is also a form of proxemics and communication. Your mouth doesn't actually have to be opening to communicate. You can still be in the other person's space and communicate. But enjoy those times of just space and talking about simple things or talking about almost anything, because at some point in time, when he talks, it's going to mean something. And at some point in time, after all she's done talking, she's going to say something and it's going to mean something. And you can't really schedule those moments like you can't schedule shooting star moments. They just happen. So give yourself time. Remember, time to hang out with your best friend because you're supposed to be married to him, right? So that's Garth Heckman with your Monday Morning Marriage Minute. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos on YouTube. And also, please share this video with any friends, families, or enemies if you want to get back at them. And we will talk to you soon. And as always, keep your questions coming to oneminutemarriage@gmail.com. Peace. Be blessed. We'll talk to you soon.